This short lesson is going to examine shortcuts for finding whether a number goes into another number evenly, or in other words, without remainder, without having to use a calculator. Quick mental tricks that you can use. So for instance, I'm wondering if 2 goes into 116 without a remainder. Well, I could use the calculator, or I could do it longhand, but there's a trick for the number 2, and that says if the number you're looking at ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then 2 will go into that number without a remainder. So if I look at the number 256, I don't even need the calculator because since this ends in 6, I know 2 goes into it. Or 410 ends in 0, so I know 2 will go into it. Now there's a rule for 3. Like say I wanted to know if 3 will go into 113 without a remainder. Well, again, I could use the calculator, or I could do it longhand. If I do it longhand, it turns out that it goes in 37 times with a remainder of 2. So even though this ends in a 3, it does not go in evenly. And I knew that because there is a shortcut that says if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then 3 will go into that number. So if we looked at 113, if I add up the digits, 1 plus 1 plus 3, that equals 5. Does 3 go into 5 without a remainder? No, it goes in once with a remainder of 2, so I knew right off the bat that 3 would not go into 113. However, let's take a look at a different example. If we look at, say, 252, if I add up the digits here, 2 plus 5 plus 2, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. Does 3 go into 9? Yes, so that means 3 will go into 252 without a remainder. Just a shortcut. So the rule for 4 is last 2 digits must be divisible by 4. So if I look at the number 416, if I look at the last 2 digits, 16, does 4 go into 16? Yes, therefore 4 will go into 416. Now 5 and 10 I'm going to do kind of quickly. For 5, the number must end in 0 or 5. If a number ends in 0 or 5, then 5 will go into it. So like 525 or 430, those end in a 5 and a 0, 5 would go into it. And for 10, if the number ends in a 0, then 10 will go into it. Just want to show a couple more. For 6, you check both 2 and 3. And if it goes into, if 2 and 3, those rules work, then 6 will go into the number you're looking at. So for instance, if I pick, say, 414, does it end in a 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8? Yes. It ends in a 4, so 2 will go into it. What about 3? What's the test for 3? Add up all the digits. 4 plus 1 plus 4 equals 9. So 3 will go into it, and 2 will go into it, so that means 6 will also go into 414 without a remainder. Seven's a little too complicated. It's just easier to check the calculator. For 8 is similar to 4, except that the last 3 digits are what we're looking for. So 8 must divide into the last 3 digits. So if we look at a number like 16,208, look at the last 3 digits. Does 8 go into 208? It does. So therefore, it would go into this big number. Now that actually might be easier to use the calculator as well. And lastly, for 9, 9 is similar to 3. Add all digits. The sum must be divisible by 9. So let's take a look. If I do, say, 576, add up all the digits. 5 plus 7 plus 6. 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. Does 9 go into 18 evenly? Yes, it does. It goes in evenly with no remainder. It goes in twice. So that means since 9 goes into the sum of all these digits, 9 also goes into the number itself. So 9 will go into 576 without a remainder. So these are different shortcuts you can use in your head, which we'll need later on for fraction work and lowest common multiples and various other mathematical objectives. That concludes this video.